This is Scott Bach-Hansen, Vice President for Cardinal Basketball Officials Association. Today I'm going to show a video to our independent observers. This will show you how to navigate the Arbiter master schedule system so that you can go in and find which teams are playing where, which officials are officiating where, and will allow you to go from there. So I'm going to jump right in here. I'm on the schedule page, and I'm going to click on master schedule here. And once this page refreshes, it will show you the master schedule. Now, you'll see that it has the date from 2012 as the default. So the first thing I want to do is I want to pick the date that I have selected. So I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to pick on November 28th, Tuesday, November 28th. I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to click Go. Now, this is going to show me everything, all the assignments, all the games. Now, if I want to see which officials are working where, I click on this View Slots. Once I click on View Slots, it will show me all the officials that are working at the different schools, and I can pick out which ones in my area may make sense. Usually, you'll see the non-varsity middle school and non-varsity first because it's done by time. So the earliest game are middle school games at 3:15, and then we get into 4:30 for either middle school, freshman, JV games, and so on. So you'll see down here there's 6 different pages. So if I were just to go through these one page at a time, I could get a sense of, these are the officials working in different places. You will get a couple of varsity games early, like this one here, for a tip-off tournament. Usually you'll see 3 slots. If I want to get to varsity, though, the later in the time, although we do have some that start at 5:45, I could always just click in the middle and kind of go to page 4. And here's some 5:45 stuff, and I can go down and look. Okay, so I got a varsity game here at Jefferson. Got another one at St. Stephen, St. Agnes. Got one at Westfield, Dominion. And so I can go in here. So as an example, Jackie, Dominion and Potomac Falls are your backyard. So this is probably a game that maybe you would want to go see. So I could go in here. I could say, okay, I know that Deb Cruz, Mike Burke, and Richard Snyder are the crew. And that way I know who's going to be officiating. I know the game time. I know the opponent is Potomac Falls. The game is at Dominion. Here's the site in this column here. Okay, so, and I can go through to all the pages. I can always start at the back too. If I know that I'm going to be not going to be able to go to 7:30, I can just start later and work my way backwards. So these are crews that are coming up. It will also, if you see a person that maybe either we've identified, somebody that we want you to go see, or it's somebody that maybe you haven't seen yet and you want to go see. I'll give you a perfect example. Rodney Adamson is a transfer from Kentucky from a couple of years ago. Not a lot of people know Rodney yet. So if it's one of those things where we say, hey, we'd like for you to get out and see Rodney and watch him work, you might be looking for his name amongst the group. Okay. One thing also that you can do is you can decide the home teams, the away teams, or the sites, okay? So if I were just going to change the date here, and I was going to go, let's just say Friday, December 1st. I'm picking Tuesdays and Fridays for obvious reasons. Before I hit go, maybe I'm just going to flip through the sites here and see if I can come up with one, that might make sense for, let's see, let's go to Hayfield, because I know that's right across the street from where Mickey lives. So I can go down here and scroll down to Hayfield Secondary 2. So I'm going to go with Hayfield Secondary and not worry about the number 2 or number 3. And I'm just going to hit the Go. The slots, okay, so there's no game that day. I can go to Tuesday the 5th, try to go again. And here we have some slots. These games are not released yet. So when these games are released and the official has accepted them, you'll see their names in here. So right now, you don't have that aspect. So if I were to pick a different date, maybe the 28th, Okay, so here are some games of freshman and JV games over at Hayfield on the 28th, so I can see who's working these games if I want to go by location. So this will give you just a brief snapshot. You can decide home teams or away teams too if you'd like. It's always good, especially around the holiday time, to pick the site. So like as an example, we'll just pick Lake Braddock is doing a holiday tournament every year. So we'll take Lake Braddock Secondary and we'll just plop in a date after Christmas. We'll just say the 27th. Most likely they're probably playing. And if I hit go here, you'll see that they have 4 holiday games in here. Obviously, none of the crews are assigned yet, but you can see what the schedule looks like: 2:15, 4, 5:45, 7:30, and you'll see that Lake Braddock has already scheduled themselves for the last game of the night. So that would be a way for you to kind of get an idea of the holiday schedule. So if you need specifics about, you want to find an official, I think you need to reach out to Cecil. We don't have that purview for our group, so right now you're going to be looking by school. We will probably email you if we see somebody that we want you to take a look at that might be near you. So as an example, Mark Dopp, I know that you're going to be working the Tyson's Corner McLean corridor. If there's a non-varsity official that's working at McLean, I might reach out to you and say, hey, this is somebody that we would like for you to go take a look at. And then you can go in, and I can even share with you, okay, I know that John Doe is working the freshman JV doubleheader on the 5th of December. And if you get a chance to go out there and watch that official, we would appreciate it. Then you can tailor your calendar that way. So anyway, this is just a brief tutorial. And if you have any other questions, let us know. But it's pretty much going to be the dates, the go, the hide slots or view slots, and then if you want to look at the school based on your geography, then that's how you do it. So any other deep specifics on Arbiter, reach out to Cecil, and he would be your main contact. All right, thanks.